speak. Wow. It's just a tremendous privilege to be amongst you guys. I am in awe when Coach Vaughn talked to me that first day. He first texted me and said, I need to talk to you. I got a bone to pick with him. Oh, crap. I ain't done nothing to him for 5 years. So he called, and, you know, I teared up. I'm a pretty emotional person when it comes to basketball, like you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. And I want to thank you, Coach Vaughn. This is just a tremendous honor for me to stand here amongst great people. I've coached a lot of good kids, never won many games, just like you guys, and all the stuff that has been said before. So, you know, one reason I didn't know what to really write down is I just get up here and speak from the heart. Where did it start from? It really started from me and my brother playing basketball when we was working on the farm. Dad'd go off and we'd run to the house and play a quick game of 20. It took me to my senior year in high school before I ever beat him. When I beat him, he kicked the ball so far down the hill and broke my foot. Oh, it was bad. Then we got married, me and my wife, and had a beautiful young daughter who's 29, who's a track coach. I don't know how that happened. She's also a girls basketball coach also. But it was just a tremendous experience up to that part. I stayed at Twin Rivers for 20 years. And some people think that's the hardest place in southeast Missouri to coach, and I want to agree with you. It is. We fired more band directors than we did high school boys basketball coaches. I counted, I kept track of that stuff right at the AD. Worked with some great people, worked with Coach Vaughn, Coach Scott Cruz, Carol Cookson, Norman Hollis, Jim Davis. Actually, I owe my start to him at Twin Rivers. He's the one who really taught me how it was to be a good coach. And I was kind of like you, first 7 years, assistant varsity girls, JV coach, assistant varsity boys, assistant varsity girls, also on the boys and the girls side, baseball coach. I never was home. So I never felt sorry for my nephew who is finally, there's no longer going to be a Coach Walk at Twin Rivers after 25 years. And they said, you know, I'm working so hard, so no, you're not walking my shoes. And he kind of smiled. So it's been a tremendous journey. Then 5 years ago, I guess I graduated high school and moved to college rank. Got to work at Three Rivers where I was alumni. I sit Coach Bess's class for 2 years. And yes, he is as boring and mundane, monotone voice as you could ever imagine. And if you sit in his class, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's a great honor just to be on the other end of him. And yeah, we've had our headbutts, but we're probably the two best friends I've had since I've been coaching for 25 years now. This past year, we've had one of the best years I've had in my coaching career. We won 23 games, lost 7, and the reason it was one of the best I've had was because it's like when you guys said, if you recruit kids in that have fun, it's easy to coach. I recruit smiles when I go out to watch kids play. If they don't smile, I'll mark them off my list and I'll move to the next one. If they're not enjoying doing what they're doing on the floor, I'm going to be miserable, so will they. So I brought in some kids, and we was horrible the year before that. Mike come and watched us play, and he's got one of my kids, and he understands that.
We don't have her anymore, Coach.
That's right. Sorry. So, I mean, we changed our recruiting process, and we recruit smiles, and I lucked into getting 4 of the best kids I've probably ever had the privilege to coach. Took a couple chances on one kid, tore both knees up, fell absolutely backwards into a kid from Meadow Heights that everybody else was overlooking, a left-handed kid. Had 4 left-handed kids on the team this year. They could play. And they all had this infectious smile. And then I looked across this little girl from Troy, Tennessee, Obion County Central. Whew. First time it took me 2 games to even know she was on the floor, but I was wondering the 2 teams who was playing her. Always was playing a triangle and 2. 2 people on Macy and 3 on the 6'2" kid that signed at Memphis. She'd end up triple-double. I didn't know that until after the second game, and my wife went 2.5 hours to Obion and said, what? She walked in the door and said, that's a kid. You drove me 2.5 hours to watch her. She's a beanpole, literally. You wouldn't pick her out of the crowd to play. A minute and a half later, she's going, you haven't offered her a scholarship? What is wrong with you? She said yes, and that's one of the reasons we had such a tremendous year this year, was those 4 kids. And I can remember back to when we was really good at Twin Rivers, all those kids had one thing in common. They had a smile on their face when they was playing. Whether they was kicking your tail or whether they was getting it kicked, they enjoyed what they was doing. Having fun when you're playing, having fun when you're coaching. That's why you do what we do. Again, I am so grateful to even be out here. In my mind, I should be still out there because I still hopefully got a few more years to go. But I want to thank Coach Vaughn for doing whatever you do. And Missouri Basketball Coaches Association, this is going to be a hell of a recruiting tool because I can go in the gym now and say, you know, the guy on the other end's in the Hall of Fame, and you're going to play for a Hall of Fame, you come from me. So trust me, I'm going to wear that out. Coach Davis, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be down there next year.
Again, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank my wife. Again, as everyone says, without the family support, you don't get to do the things we love to do. And there's one other I can't finish without mentioning Randy White. Me and Randy battled several times in the sectional game at Cape. You know, a lot of these guys, I never made it past the sectional game except for one time. And I beat Randy that one time. He beat me the year before, I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So and Randy's a great guy. A little ironic thing here is he's from Brosley, the place that I spent 20 years at. And Randy's a tremendous guy, and that's going to give something special to me to be inducted at the same time as a guy that, you know, we battled hard and had good times off the floor, and ever since. Again, thank you for the time, and I hope I kept it to 10 minutes.
You did good.
Thank you.